Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Nation Network. Get ready for wrestling like you've never seen it before, inspired by the great artwork of Hal Haney. All right, fans, welcome you back to the Nation Network and back to HCW Wrestling. We just had a look at what happened back on Monday Night Blast this past week. The HCW Heavyweight Champion taken out with that steel chair.
The contest is a six-man battle royal. Making his way to the ring from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 205 pounds.
The wrestling world's still buzzing about that one as well. Look, Bison Biggs made it very clear. He was not going to lay down for what happened. He wasn't going to sit back. And man, oh man, did he come out and bring the fight to old Pork Chop.
We get ready to kick things off with a six-man battle royal, but indeed, what we understand is that Pork Chop Ed Cleaver is not here in the building tonight. As we get ready for our next entrant, it'll be a six-man battle royal to kick us off here tonight.
And his opponents, first from Asheville, North Carolina, weighing in at 247 pounds, Majors Lee.
Major Lee Powers coming into the ring right now. And while Pork Chop Ed Cleaver's not going to be here tonight, longtime friend of his tag team partner on occasions, one and only Madman Maddox has stepped up and has challenged Bison Biggs to a match here tonight.
Well, indeed, taking up for his friend, his ally, his comrade in chaos, as it were. And that promises to be one hell of a matchup, and it'll be coming up in just a few moments. We don't have to wait long. We're also going to see the continuation in this ongoing feud featuring members of War Island as well as the Blarney Brawlers.
Well, we're going to see it not once but twice because they have one entrant each in this battle royal, and then the other members of the team will be facing off one-on-one in just a little bit.
Hands down, one of the most heated feuds here in HCW as we take a look at Finn McQuinn.
27 pounds, one half of the tag team champions.
Want to send a shout out to all of you joining us here live on the Nation Network for HCW Wrestling. Andrew Roberts in the house. Neil Hooper is here. Prime time.
Also, a shout out to Corey Andrews, DHCW. Lenny Wrestling is here.
Welcome aboard, Artie Donovan in the house.
Keith Toole also joining us here on the Nation Network for what promises to be a memorable night of professional wrestling action.
From Hamburg, Germany, weighing in at 271 pounds.
Otto von Eichel, we have not seen a lot of him as of late. And I don't get the impression that he's real good with patience.
But Ice called, he is a powerful individual, and he has made it very clear he has no intention on being second fiddle to anyone. He wants his shot at the champ like everybody else does. Winning a match like this would definitely help propel him in that argument.
Well, somebody's going to win this thing, and believe me, that person is definitely going to be having some bragging rights.
And from New York, weighing in at 205 pounds.
As we take a look at Dewey Jobs as he makes his way down towards the ring, still looking for win number one. Can you imagine if it would come in a six-man battle royal of all things?
The old Dewey, you got to give him credit right there. He's got the old college try, as they say.
Understand that congratulations are in order here in Ultra Pro Wrestling.
What did I miss?
Well, if you're not aware already, Gunnar Lovelady has gone now 5 consecutive weeks without a positive STD test.
Hey, congratulations, Gunnar.
And from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 240 pounds.
And Timoni heading down the aisle towards the ring. We mentioned earlier one member of War Island, one member of the Blarney Bruisers. And then later tonight, the other members will be going one-on-one with one another. This feud just continues to escalate here.
Well, they're coming off a major victory back on Monday Night Blast. And the tag champs not at all happy about it.
Might have been a non-title match, but I'll tell you what, the psyche of that win is definitely going to be in their corner. Bell sounds action's underway. As we all, I'm sure, are familiar, the only way to be eliminated is over the top rope. Both feet have to hit the floor. Last man standing is the winner.
Aguila X in the corner. He's the smallest guy in this match. He's going to have to be very smart. When it comes to size and power, I'd say Otto's got by a little bit maybe, but he's got the advantage. But look at this, Major Powers. Oh, there goes Otto, forget it.
Well, if that was the number one pick and the favorite here, it's anybody's fight now.
You know, look at Dewey going to work on Major Powers, turns around.
He's got Finn McQuinn from behind, raking the back. Went over the top rope and have Dewey hanging on and survives for the moment.
Finn McQuinn, meantime, tied up on the ropes. Going after Aguila X. The X-Man up across the shoulders, not the place you want to be.
Rolls through. Oh, lung blower.
You can break a lot of ribs with a move like that, but you'll definitely knock the wind out of your opponent's sails.
Major Powers right now looking particularly strong on this one. Suplex takes him over. The Blarney Bruiser is in a whole lot of trouble. Oh, look, he's been busted open.
Yeah, I didn't catch that at first.
Again. And now Dewey struggles to hang on, but he's still in the fight. Irish whip back off the ropes, and Dewey with a back elbow. But turns right around and gets clobbered with a clothesline at the hands of Timoni.
Timoni now putting him up on the ropes, and Dewey's in a world of trouble. Fights out of it again. But look at that cut.
Quinn McGinn, indeed. Busted open, the blood starting to stream into his right eye, it would appear. One-eyed wrestler's not in a good position to win a battle royal. Comes up with a nice suplex. And now look at this. Dewey gets power slammed. And finally, we see what we've been expecting to see in this thing. War Island matching up with the Blarney Bruiser.
Power bombed him, and he runs all the way out to the apron, but he went under the bottom rope. Smart move.
Oh, big boot to the face, and Aguila X has been eliminated. We are down to 4. Man, oh man, this thing just keeps turning. DDT! And now Finn McQuinn turns his attention here to probably the easiest target in the match right now. But let's give credit. Dewey has made it to the 4th man standing.
Yeah, I think we talked about who we thought would be the last man eliminated, but I think we could have easily predicted Dewey would have been the first, and he wasn't.
Sidewalk slam, and now Major Powers out to the apron. And once again, look at this.
It's count a long time with the crowd as Finn McQuinn just did a number on Timoni.
And here comes the receipt, as they say here in the business. Man, this one has really turned out to be one hell of a battle.
Yeah, putting the battle in Royal for sure. Over the top rope, look at this!
Oh, I don't believe it! Dewey has just eliminated Finn McQuinn.
Vegas is going to go broke if Dewey Jobs wins the match.
Tremendous forearm right there by Major Powers. Timoni's now in trouble. Look at this cross-body block. Dewey Jobs. Oh, over the top rope, and he's eliminated. Win number 1 is not going to happen here tonight, and now we've got a couple of powerhouses going here.
Well, I'd call this even money.
Shoulder tackle, nicely done. Powers has got him with that. Oh, he's got the ankle lock on, but that will not win the match.
No, but it'll hobble him a bit. If he's only got one operating leg, good luck winning a battle royal.
Powers has him in the corner now. Oh, he's going to get him out. Can he put him over?
He's hanging on.
No, he's gone. Major Lee Powers gets the win.
Very impressive victory for the Major.
Wins like that will definitely get you noticed by the booking committee.
Majors lead.
We'll be back with a lot more HCW action. Stay with us for more.
In 1982, he fought for his life. push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
In 1985, he fought for his country. In 1988, he fought for his friend. In 2008, he fought for freedom. In 2019, they drew last blood. And now, in 2023, and if you think that's messed up, wait until you see the reboot of Transformers.
All right, fans, we are back, and it's one of those matches that we've been waiting to see. Madman Jack Maddox.
To the ring from Little Rock, Arkansas, weighing in at 230 pounds.
Well, again, Maddox, and he's a loose cannon. We know that about him already. He still wears that blood on the shirt from the battle he sustained with Tommaso Ciampa many weeks back. Says, I'm never going to lose this. It is a mark of honor. It is a badge he wears proudly.
Well, he might have a little bit more to add to the collection before this one's over.
No love lost between these two guys.
And his opponent from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 271 pounds.
Well, we saw earlier on tonight as we kicked off the show what happened back on Blast earlier in the week. Bison Biggs came out with that steel chair, did one hell of a number on Ed Cleaver. We know Ed Cleaver is not here in the building tonight. We still wait a medical report on just how severe the damage was, but it was a beatdown that seemed to go on forever.
Well, Bison was embarrassed by what happened over a week ago right here at HCW when he just got crushed, literally under the weight.
Well, a lot of people have been crushed under the weight, but I think Bison is used to having a different type of advantage, and tonight he is going to make sure that the world knows exactly what Bison Biggs is all about.
Swing and a miss.
Nobody home, and low, big hammer to the chest. Madman sends him into the corner. Now Maddox follows him in, working on the arm.
Using those ropes for added leverage.
Another big clothesline. Man, he is really doing a number on Maddox here tonight. Clothesline sends him toppling to the floor. Referee is counting. These two men better be paying attention to that count.
I don't know right now how much attention he's going to be able to pay to anything. If you're Mad Maddox, what you want to pay attention to is the fact you're getting stomped.
He's back on his feet. Not sure what he had in mind there, but it didn't quite work out the way he wanted it to, I don't think. Referee wants the action back in the ring. I think the fans want the action back in the ring. Head first into the guardrail.
Drove him into the steel steps. Maddox is in trouble.
From the top rope. Oh, no!
And it breaks the count.
Hell of a count. I think it broke his back. Big clothesline again. He is really sending a message, and again, longtime friend and occasional tag team partner of Ed Cleaver. Maddox managed to come out the back at least momentarily. Biggs back in the ring. Maddox might want to consider staying outside. I don't know why you want to come in and get more of this.
What a shot right to the midsection. Might have broken some ribs.
Oh, it took out the referee.
Referee is down, and anything can happen.
Had no effect on the big man as Biggs continues to hammer away.
And now he goes outside the ring. He's got that steel chair again.
Shades of Blast coming back right here tonight. And the referee didn't see a thing.
Referee now is going to take that chair away, but the damage has been done. Holy cow!
Over the top rope and to the floor. He might be dead. Somebody's got to stop this match.
This thing has turned more than personal.
He just shouted something. And Max Madman is in trouble. Maddox up again. We saw that on Blast as well. The Biggs problem. That might be it.
Madman Maddox paying for the sins of his friend.
Here is your winner.
Who can stop this man?
I don't know anybody that can.
Real American heroes.
Today we salute you, Mr. Budweiser, head of marketing guy. Only you could take a beer and make it queer.
Oh, no.
20 years of amazing ad campaigns, and this is where we end up.
Not gonna buy it.
What the fuck were you thinking?
'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God make us please the USA.
All right, fans, we are back from more action. Medical assistance was required to get Madman Maddox out of here.
Finn McQueen got patched up apparently after that Battle Royal beatdown.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 236 pounds, one half of the Tag Team Champions,
Gargoyle Doyle will be the competitor here in this one. But his tag team partner will be here at ringside as this feud continues on.
Well, we saw just what happened earlier in the week at Blast as these guys were beaten in a tag team match with this team right here.
from Allentown, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 251 pounds,
War Island has bragging rights for the moment, but they don't have the HCW Tag Team Championship, at least not yet.
And I think that is the key right there, the word yet, because they've made it clear they are after those titles Lines have been drawn in the sand. Both teams have crossed it.
It is only a matter of time until those titles are on the line, and at that time, we'll see if War Island can rise to the occasion and walk out as the tag team champions. Bell sounds, action's underway. Diablo locking up. Gargoyle Doyle getting the advantage early on in this one. We'll see if that maintains as the match goes on. Big suplex took him all the way over.
And you saw him favoring his back. He came down hard on that one.
Early on a 1 count. Going in. Oh, look at this. Nice reversal to get out of trouble by Tiapolo. And now Doyle hammering away. Big knee lift and down goes Tiapolo, one half of War Island.
Another big suplex, and now he's focusing on that. Maybe he knows something. Maybe he's aware of an injury that we don't know about.
Well, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. And look at this. See Timoni ringside really trying to psych up his tag team partner in this one. Chop block to the knee. Going for the cover once again. There's one, there's two, and Doyle almost got the win. Going for I thought it was a pile driver, instead it's a power bomb, and Doyle might be giving up a little bit of size and strength in this one, but he is using leverage as his best weapon, and it's working.
He's fighting a very smart fight here, no doubt about it, as both of these guys, it's a very personal matter right now.
Oh, he threw him over the top of the floor like yesterday's garbage.
That is a feat of strength I would not have anticipated seeing from Gargoyle Doyle, especially against Tiapolo.
He has dominated Tiapolo in this one, and boy, I'll tell you what, that win on Blast might have lit a fire.
Well, it's a fire right now that's burning out of control unless Tiapolo has some sort of solution, and it might need an entire brigade in order to put it out.
Going up to the top rope now. This is a problem. Nobody home.
That's going to change the momentum in this one. Now the question is, can Tiapolo? No. I was going to see if he could possibly build on it, but right away, Gargoyle Doyle right back in control.
Went for the sledgehammer, nobody home. Oh, there's a clothesline that'll get your attention. Hook of the leg, Doyle down for a 1 count, kicks out.
Heavy right hand right to the forehead, and down he goes, but Tiapolo making a mistake, and when we talk about the big win they had in the tag team match back on Blast, both teams chose to pose way too often.
Oh, Gargoyle Doyle pulls out the win with that capture suplex. And now the momentum has run right back to the corner of the tag team champions.
Well, it's like a tennis match. They keep trading victories back and forth.
Here is your winner.
This thing is going to be settled once and for all when they meet for those tag team titles. We don't know when it's going to be, but I guarantee it's soon. Folks, we understand we have somebody. What's going on? We're going to send you to the back.
Get that camera on me. Ed Cleaver, I told you what was going to happen. You messed with the wrong one. What happened on Blast, that was just to get your attention. What just happened out here tonight, that's to make sure you understand this is personal. I know that's a close personal friend of yours. And if I'll do that to him, what the hell do you think I'm gonna do to you? In case you haven't figured it out yet, you've got a big problem. Join us right here exclusively on the Nation Network, Monday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Ultra Pro Wrestling Control Center Update.
This game would be getting done regardless of money. This game's been in development. It started 7 years ago.
Get all the latest news directly from the developer himself, Sam, on what's going on with Ultra Pro Wrestling.
To have the online mode where the player who's the champion has to defend their title at least once a week, you said, right?
I don't know why no other games have done it before.
Has any of Millenbread's breakdown of the old AKI mechanics on Twitter brought new information or light in terms of gaming balancing?
These are all Melonbread's tweets. So absolutely, he's somehow been able to see under the hood in some way.
It's like a roadmap that you don't have to go out and figure out where the roads are, putting a map yourself. Somebody's giving you the map. The momentum keeps on building up, and now more people are excited about it. And part of the reason for that, for sure, is our next guest, who is joining us here today. You guys know him. This is Hal Haney, the man behind the artwork. Artwork, I'm going to guess, started when you were, what, 5, 6, 4?
Oh, before that, it's, as soon as I could hold a crayon. It just kind of happened. Like, I was a stay-at-home dad for several years. I needed something to help contribute grocery money and things like that. So I started making wrestling art at the kitchen table.
When will the next run of gameplay footage be released?
Not for a while, because everything that we're doing right now is creating animations.
Leave your questions on this channel. Go to our community tab and post your question as we count down the development of the wrestling game we have all been waiting for, Ultra Pro Wrestling.
All right, fans, we are back. As we get ready for Thirst in Blood, getting ready.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from your darkest fears, weighing in at 235 pounds.
Thirst in Blood heading to the ring. He's got a date with Destiny. He and Benjamin Stacks are not exactly on what you would call speaking terms right now.
I'm not sure they're not on speaking terms. I just think that whatever they have to say, we couldn't possibly show you here. There's a certain level of mystique when it comes to Thirst in Blood. How much of that is real? How much of that is hype? I don't know, but I wouldn't want to find out.
Well, I dare say he's the real deal. And if he's not, he believes he is, and that's really all that matters.
Here comes his opponent tonight, Commander Aziz. We haven't seen him in a number of weeks.
The last time we saw him, he wasn't looking so good. I don't know that the day's going to get any better.
From Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 355 pounds, Commander Aziz.
Over the top roll for Commander Aziz. As he stares down, and I don't know that that's a smart move, because Thirst in Blood is already a man with a mission. Aziz is a big man, but that is not something that is going to bother. Look at this. Thurston can't get him off his feet, and he is unloading. Has him against the ropes and now throws him to the floor.
Thurston Blood has something in mind. I don't know what it is. Hits the ropes. Look out.
Oh my God, what a move. Through the ropes with a senton.
Oh, the crowd is really saying it all right now.
If you're Benjamin Stacks, you better be paying close attention on this one. Drops him back first on the guardrail. And now Thurston Blood going up to the top rope. Will he fly?
Aziz slow to his feet.
Crossbody. All the way down to the floor.
Thurston Blood was speaking on the battle that he's planning to have with Benjamin Stacks. And in doing so, he said, "You're all about the green, I'm all about the red, and I want to see the color of your blood." That is a sick individual right there.
Aziz sending him to the ropes. Does not happen. And Aziz, despite the size advantage, not able to put anything really together, as Thurston is a man on a mission here tonight. Oh! Tremendous use of the footwork there. And now going after the arm of the big man. Clothesline!
Well, Commander Aziz is really having a bad night, and he better figure out something quickly.
Thurston going out after him, getting caught up in the ropes in the process. Oh, he's got him. Aziz has got him.
And now Thurston finally, look at it, he's going for a quick one here.
Got a 1 count. Thurston Blood kicks out. Oh, no effect whatsoever, and Commander Aziz getting rocked.
He comes back in. What's he going to come into?
Nice move right there. That flying head scissor has definitely turned him around. Oh, what a move, and he hooks the legs too close to the ropes, or this one might have been over. Off the top. Oh, nobody home. Thurston Blood, after that big miss, dropped across the top rope, throat first.
Aziz now manhandling him.
Thurston Blood having a little trouble getting back to his feet, but he does. And now, talking about having a little bit of trouble, there's a clothesline, and again out to the floor he goes. Thurston Blood slowly, or I make that Aziz slowly getting back into this match, but he's in trouble. Oh, this could be it. Haven, he got him. There's one, there's two, and it's all over.
Give credit where credit is due.
What is oh, hold on just a moment. We know whose music that is. Benjamin Stacks has hit the ring.
Not just the ring, but he has also hit Thurston Blood.
will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
All right, fans, we are back ready for some more. And look who's in the ring. It's Bill Dollar, the #1 contender for the Global Championship. What? Oh, wait a moment.
Well, it's kind of an up and down night if you're Benjamin Stacks now, isn't it? He was supposed to be going up against Bill Dollar, but apparently the Global Champion isn't going to wait.
Sir Oliver Buckingham has made his appearance, and now the referee's going to call this a match. These two guys should be going after each other for the title. I guarantee you that's not on the line in this. He's got him caught. Coquina hammering away with the right hand, and another one. And now Buckingham is rocked.
Blue collar Bill Dollar, he'll do whatever it takes to get the job done. He cannot stand. And for that matter, Buckingham can't stand him either.
Goes for the cover. Buckingham absolutely wanting to prove a point that he's the world champion. He's a global champion more than that, and does not want anyone thinking for a moment that he is not the best of the best. And right now, this is the man who most poses a threat to the title reign, and he knows it.
Well, as a global champion, he can go to any program he wants, and he chose to come here tonight. But rather than actually set up a match to go one-on-one, what does he do? Takes out Benjamin Stacks and assumes the role.
Bill Dollar in the ring right now, and he is waiting patiently, I might add. Big clothesline, and Buckingham goes down.
Well, if we see the Buckinghammer tonight, then it will be all over. But whether he can do that to blue collar Bill Dollar is yet to be seen.
And now the global champion with a fireman carry. Nice amateur move. Goes for the cover. Hooks the leg. Gets one. And blue collar coming out the back door on that one. This is our main event, an unscheduled main event of all things, featuring the champion, the global champion.
Nice German suplex. Caught him right there. Now look at this. He pays the price. Small baggage.
Got a 1 count, and boy, that could have been it. Blue collar continues to beat down the global champion, and Buckingham in trouble. Oh, that's a knockout punch if ever there was one. The Texas Tornado, and he still gets a shoulder up.
Bill Dollar can't believe it. You see the look on his face. Total dismay.
Buckingham in a world of trouble. Big stomp to the head. Oh, he was setting up, and Buckingham knew it.
So I'm taking a swipe right there.
Falls right over the top, and to the floor he goes. And now Buckingham in trouble. Blue collar on the top rope. And he got caught. Buckingham just caught him, throws him into the steel steps.
Things have turned right now on the momentum wheel.
Bill Dollar coming around now. Goes after the ankles and pulls him back out to the floor. Belly suplex on the concrete floor. He might not be getting up from that one, and Bill Dollar reading him the riot act.
Well, we talked about whether or not we were going to see the Buckinghammer. Forget about it.
Head first into the steel post. Buckingham is in trouble.
He might have been busted open. I'm not sure.
Again ran into the steel. Look at this. Drives him into the concrete floor. Neither man's going to get the win. What a match, though. What is it going to be like when these two guys are going after the World Championship?
It is going to be off the hook, unlike anything we've ever seen, and it's going to happen. It's only a matter of when.
Fans, thank you for joining us here tonight for HCW Wrestling. We'll see you next time here on the Nation Network. So long, everyone.